Mic check. Yep, mic good. Cam check. What's up, y'all? So new patch. I have not played it at all. I am just now getting on. Super long day. So I hear the materials are better. I hear that the legions are actually good for souls now. But aren't there supposed to be other buffs to souls in different areas too? Forgotten souls in different areas too? If so, how are those going? Oh, and then of course I heard that the patch was crashing people, so they had to roll back and then put it out again. So I kind of skipped all those all the problems and issues. Huh? Legions give 200 souls now. Okay. But I guess what I'm asking is about what about the other places? Like, because they did say that they were going to buff up the Forgotten Souls and other activities as well. But I wonder if anyone has any numbers on those. Rewards a bonus cash when turning in Grim Favors. Huh. Okay. Okay. Well, now I can use this gem. And what else do I want to try to do? Kind of want to see how this feels. I'm trying to do a task B here. So now that whatchamacall's in cap 2, this barrage setup should be pretty nice. Or nicer. Clover, what's going on? Also, Cyrus, appreciate the follow. Yeah, not much for to do. Just got on. I guess testing out some of the changes, but I definitely will be checking out some legions because, you know, the buffs of souls there. But I wonder where else did they buff souls at? I guess you could say other than legions. I know legions was probably the biggest buff by far for it. So I gotta level up some some ultra glyphs. Thing is, will I get all of my glyphs to 100 before I'm like kind of done with the season? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. I wonder if I got a ask for days. What's up, man? I think I did keep my other barrage stuff, didn't I? I did. Okay. I think I kept it as like a just in case. All right. Let's do 85. Not bad. No, you got unstoppable. The mead was going on. Also, DJ Chrono was cooking. Testing out some of the patch note stuff that affects some builds. So now that the attack speed gem is actually now capped 2, that helps every Azure build basically. Love from Canada with the sub, appreciate you. Came on this type of bull. Do I need a better Azaraf? Nah, I don't. I actually have a 4 GA one. Not that I need a 4 GA one. You only really technically need a 2 GA or want a 2 GA. And in reality, if you're attack speed cap, all you really need is a 1 GA. But yeah. But I'm good. If anything, I just need to masterwork my stuff better. My masterworks are very mid. But now we have the souls to hopefully alleviate some of that. These guys. Who's the hottest celebrity? Jennifer Love Hewitt. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with like that world. I'll put it that way. But I used to have a huge crush on Nia Long for like the longest time. That's like my celebrity crush. She's like, you know, older now, but you know. So you're from the oh GMAC, what's going on? What's up, man? I really hate when like the gear like drops on right on top of the glyphstone thing. Because then I can't like pick it. I can't like click on it without picking up gear I don't want to pick up. I have souls now, but no Obdicite. But like Obdicite's easier to get though. Souls were like the bigger issue, but you're gonna have a bottleneck at some point. Like something has to be the bottleneck. You'll never have like an even source of everything. All right, let me see something. I just want to do a comparison now that I see if I still would prefer projectiles or not. Probably not, but I guess we'll see. Everything is the same still. Yeah. These are all black celebrities. I mean, any celebrity. I don't really think about it in that sense. I just knew that I had the biggest crush on like Nia Long for like the longest, but I don't really pay attention to celebrities like that. To be honest, like I don't even know like half their names. I can tell you what movie they played in, but I don't know. I don't like know their names. Like that's how like you know, far away from the scene I actually am. Yeah, but the reason why I say Nia Long is because like when I first saw her, she was on Fresh Prince as Will's girlfriend or whatever. So like it's kind of hard to not know who she was at the time, right? Surprised you don't have an add me option for channel with channel points. How come? How does has to be last from Pretty Woman? She saw it. But no, I mean the I don't know. That feels like a dangerous thing, Hurry, because like for streamers, I mean, your friends list is gonna fill up super fast. Like super duper fast. And for someone who plays solo most of the time like I do, it's like people aren't gonna want to just, you know, be added. They're gonna also want to play, which I have no problems doing, but a lot of times I'm like testing and theory crafting, and it's hard to do that in the group because having a second player or a third player in your group kind of skews results or whatever. So I don't think it's really as beneficial on this channel as it might be with some, you know, someone like maybe Barricade, who does lots and lots of like community runs and stuff like that. Like that makes a lot more sense there. I'm more of a solo junkie. Yeah. Yeah. I spend like maybe like literally like 60% of my time testing things. I'm like always in the lab. Bouncer chat. The Chaos and Whispers works well too. So they buffed that too. What happened to Mirror Stone now? It used to be the ulti, then the attack speed buff. So all they did was just change the category that it's in. It was cap 1. But now it's cap 2. Which actually, thanks for reminding me. I actually need to move this to... I can't because I'm in a rift. All right. Yeah, I'm not even getting that buff right now. Not that speed because I don't have it in the right category. I don't have it like on my ult like I should because I was playing a different build before this. Yeah, the extra projectiles just isn't that good, man. Versus just having more of the cold tempers. Eric, what's going on? Really wish I could just start the season with some good gear at a high level. I really just can't do the early game anymore. It's too painful and tedious. Early game has been easy. It's like easier now than it's ever been though. Like leveling to 60 is like a couple of hours, 3 hours maybe on average. Right? And then from there it just depends on the build you play. Like some builds are require more to be successful. And then you have some S tier builds that literally just require one item and then you're like blasting a T3. But the leveling part is definitely not tedious at all. I think me and my crew actually ended up in T4 on the first day. And within the first like 14, 15 hours we were in T4 at the time. But just to get the T1 to where you can actually start getting like, your actual pieces together, that's like 3 hours. If you really know what you're doing. But honestly, the reset is kind of what makes seasons partially what makes seasons kind of exciting. If we start off with all of our gear, everything that we've already farmed for, we've already got everything. From the previous seasons, there'll be quite a bit of players playing less because then you finished the grind already. The appeal of action RPGs is the loot hunt. So if you already have the loot from last season, then you have very little reason to play the following season. Unless the season theme is like, really good, which it has not been for for some time. The build cooking this season. I want to play poison rapid fire, honestly. I think that has the potential to hit T100. But I have nothing. I have none of the gear pieces I need for it. Like none. And I definitely did not have the souls either, so hopefully maybe this week I'll be able to put one together. So, oh, that's an interesting build. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, alchemical admixture is actually quite strong this season, so you can kind of make a poison build out of almost anything. With that, only problem is that poison builds like that are horrible for like regular content because you have to scale up the poison for it to actually mean something. So if you're trying to speed farm anything, poison builds are not what you want to play. Like they will only be useful for like pit pushing, and that's it. But you can do it. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. Although I like playing with others though. It depends on the game. Like if like there are games that I play where you know playing with others is like mandatory. Like I play some Heroes of the Storm still a little bit now. I kind of got back into that. You have to play with others, and you can't play solo there. I guess in like a Diablo case scenario, again, since I like to do a lot of theory crafting and build defining and adjusting and whatnot, you know, that has to be done solo. Especially when it comes to me updating like the Maxroll guys, you know, our guys are specifically, you know, spoken as, you know, if you were playing by yourself, right? Not how it fits in with a different class or whatnot. So there is that responsibility. Bring back no internal cooldown on Andy. Honestly, I don't even know if that would be enough to really make Andy's worthwhile again. But I mean, that would be a start. Pushing all the wrong buttons there. Like season theme powers, more powers. I guess up in front of horrors, you know, becomes fun again next season. It's like my favorite thing to do. Even though I don't do it much because, you know, the rewards, you know, are usually not worth it. But I like the mode itself. Hope they, you know, fix all the boons, readjust a lot of different things. So much potential for hordes. I got 2 upgrades out of that. Okay. What's one build you wish could work on Rogue? Rogue, okay. I was thinking something, okay. Honestly, I am in the minority, like complete minority in this, and I totally get why, and I understand. But I would love to be able to play combo points again. I like the whole like bursty options of combo points. I didn't really mind doing the rotations and whatnot as long as the rotations was worth the damage. So I wish I had more options other than, I know no one expects that answer, I know, but I think the reason why I did like combo points as much as I did is because it offers something different other than just hold down right click gameplay. Like everything now, right? Like everything that we play now is literally right click. You know, you buff your character, hold down right click, hope, you know, stuff dies. I think combo points offered an alternative to that. Whereas maybe somebody may want to sacrifice having to build combo points, but for like one big super burst, high number damage kind of thing, which is what I liked personally. But I am well aware that like I am in the complete minority in that. But that's the reason why I like things like rapid fire and other things aren't really getting much play because combo points are just not great. And then also precision would actually be fine if that was the case too. Like precision would key passive would be back on the table if combo points were a thing again. Not necessarily like, you know, dominating meta by any means. No, not that at all. But just playable. It's just like you can't even play combo points right now. Shadow imbuement buff make me shadow imbuement to be as great as the others. So how would you buff shadow imbuement? If you could buff shadow imbuement, what would you do to it? Like an endless mode on horse would be cool. Similar to Echoing Nightmares in D3, but with no end until you overwhelm. I agree, actually. I like that too. I think I mentioned that a couple of times. Didn't they ask some Shadow uniques? They did. There's a reason why Shadow isn't, like, no matter how much you buff Shadow, it's probably not going to really get much play. I'm just wondering, like, if Juggernaut had the, you know, had the keys, right? And he was able to do whatever he wanted to do, you know, with Shadow, what would he do with it? Because really hope at the end of the day they take all the borrow power things and then fine tune them into a system that branches off the skill tree and becomes permanent. More skill customization, in my opinion, is the biggest weakness in D4 at the moment. Otherwise, it's for fun loot. They have a lot. I don't know if you've been around other streams, Demon, like other, like I guess bigger name streams. But a lot of us Diablo partners, we had a presentation, or we were invited into a presentation by Blizzard. To have a sneak peek of what's coming for the game, and like, you know, like the massive things that are coming for the game. And while I can't elaborate on what those are because we're not allowed to like say exactly what those are, I will certainly tell you that there's a lot coming, and a lot of it is a pleasant surprise. As in, like, they hear us. It's probably the best thing I can say. The amount of shot and beam aspects to work and be viable in builds, or for the increase your stun damage with when the explosions proc. So the thing about shadow imbuement is that it's gonna always kind of be in an interesting spot because you have to kill something in order for it to blow up. So like even if you were to make even if you were to buff shadow imbuement as much as you possibly can, it's gonna always have that that thing where it just takes time for it to deal its damage. Now there is some like damage over time stuff or whatever like that you can do with it, right? The shadow and stuff like that. But the commitment to doing that is like really hard. Like really, really hard. So I think in order for shadow imbuement to kind of see the play that you may want, it will have to have a redesign of some sort. So like that's the thing. You see what I'm saying? So like I think, yeah, so like again, there are a lot of shadow uniques and like some cool ideas, and even alchemical admixture buffs shadow imbue a lot. It's just that the just the way shadow imbuement works right now doesn't it just doesn't really, it's just not worth, I'll put it that way. It's not worth the wait. And it probably never will be unless you change the way it functions a little bit. For changes, I will say again that there's a lot of changes coming to the game, and I will tell you that probably 95% of the changes were really well received by the Diablo partners. As in, like, all of us were pretty, like, kind of wowed by what they were putting forth. I wish I could say more, honestly. I honestly wish I could say more, but I can't. But yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. Or, you know, checking out these things in the future. We wish you could too. Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's exciting, but at the same time, it kind of makes you. And I don't know how much I can like legit like say, you know, about this, but like it kind of makes you wonder, like, who's really making the decisions, right? Because after the presentation, you know, we come out of it basically going, okay, so you guys know what the problem is all along. Like, you guys know what all, like, everything that we've been complaining about. You know everything we're talking about, right? So in our mind, it's like, so why is it taking, you know, why is it take, you know, all of this, or how, you know, however long it's taking or whatnot? Or, you know, how come you guys aren't talking to the people about it? You know, why aren't you saying, hey, you know, we know, we hear you, we got these things coming? Because I was telling some of the other partners, I'm like, that were in the, you know, thing. I was like, man, if they were to talk about all this, like, I guarantee you, like a lot of people's like disappointment and them being upset about things that, you know, aren't doing well like that would be quelled easy. If they were to be able to talk about it like right now. So that makes me wonder, like, you know, maybe it's just the way that things are managed. Because the devs, apparently they get it. But I can, you know, but it's understandable that the player base doesn't think that they get it because of the way things have been, right? But to me, it just sounds like a lot of red tape, if I had to be honest. But let's just say, yeah, lots of good stuff are coming, and basically everything that we've been pissed about and or upset about is going to be addressed in a pretty major way. Except for maybe one or two things, but I obviously can't tell you what that is. I would say definitely the important things that people have been bringing up and talking about like forever. When does this info become public? It probably won't be. Like, there won't be like a public presentation of this. Like, it'll just happen as the time goes on. Damage over time dual that gives 0.33 second infinity. Infinitely due to the attack forever. No, there's a cap. Which is why you don't really see that gem used. I truly think D4 does amazing, but the process is only not getting approved from Blizzard team, also Microsoft team. I feel really slows things down. Yeah, well, that's with any like large studio, right? It's a lot like that. I know like the player base don't necessarily, you know, understand that part, and I understand that we don't understand that, right? Because for us, it's like we paid X amount of money for a product, we expect the product to be, you know, XYZ, which from a consumer standpoint makes sense. But it's like, you know, I feel like a lot of times, a lot of the grudges that we have, you know, needs to be funneled in the right direction, if that makes sense. My gripe, in my opinion, is that I think I kind of made more talks about the game just being managed poorly, in a sense. I don't really like come after the devs as much, if you notice, but I do talk about like management. You know, who's, you know, the people who are making decisions about what can and can't be done. Because oftentimes that's kind of where it is. This isn't say this isn't to say that devs can't be incompetent. Of course they can, but there are just some things that like any gamer would want, right? And then you look at it and it's like, oh, the devs don't want that. Like, no, the devs are, you know, the game, they want that too. Right? They want it too, but you know, maybe it's just they're just not given the resources to do the said thing, or being told to hold off on that and do this first because it makes the company more money. Like, and that's just how businesses work. Guided arrow. No, this is rain of arrows. You gotta pass out. All right, comedy. You have a good one. To what someone finds bugs and uses it to speed 150 pissed when they on the leaderboard. What are your thoughts on the Rain of Arrows poison trap build as now 102? I mean, basically, alchemical admixture right now this season is just a really good key passive. However, I do think that I was talking with Ava about it before, that I don't think running with Word of Hakan is the play. I know like that's what he's using, but like it takes forever to really stack up the poison, and it just kind of looks awful in the pit push scenario. Like it's like watching paint dry almost, because you're having to wait a while before you start seeing the poison tick that high, and the reason why that is because Rain of Arrows, whenever you cast Rain of Arrows, it has 3 different attacks and a wave, and each attack is a different element. You know, one is shadow, one is poison, one is cold. So if you're gonna do a poison build with Rain of Arrows like that, then you're gonna want your entire wave to be poison, not only a third of it. So in reality, a regular amulet would be better with poison to be on your bar. So therefore, your entire wave can be poison. So honestly, I feel like he's missing out on damage. I thought about making my own planner with it, but yeah, I probably won't ever play it because I don't push pit, and anything poison related is terrible outside of pit, outside of pit pushing. So like I'll make a planner, but I don't think I will ever play the build. But yeah, I do think it's cool that alchemical admixture is actually like, you know, getting some play right now. But yeah, I just think there's more to optimize with that though, because only 1 out of 3 hits from a single wave has poison imbuement, which means that you're missing 66% damage just because just because, you know, your entire wave is not poisoned. Now, if your entire way was poisoned, then Mortal Kombat would be better. But I think a proper amulet with Rain of Veil's cooldown on both rings and a juicy aspect on the amulet should beat Mortal Kombat for that build for sure. I'm really digging your Rain of Veil's build. I have some questions with Victimize. What's the purpose? What's the purpose to have the proc? No, you don't really care about the proc itself. Oh, sorry, you don't care about the proc damage because it doesn't do any damage. You just want the proc to happen just so therefore you can get the 75% damage bonus. That's it. So you don't really care about what the proc is doing. You just want it to proc so therefore you can get the damage bonus. Now, technically speaking, you can do it with like close quarters combat or precision, but both of those have their own set of issues, and it just makes it way more complicated to play. Like especially the precision version where you can't follow your stacks, your precision stacks, so you don't know whether your enemy else is dealing damage or not if you're in the right rotation or whatever. So that's the reason why I actually was happy to be able to build it with Victimize, because then you don't have to worry about, oh, is my Rain of Veils going to actually get the proc or not? Like it just always hits. Not only that, but it synergizes with Grasp of Shadow, because the clone that can possibly shoot the Rain of Veils did not proc precision in the past, but it does work with the Victimize buff. So that's actually kind of cool. Now, close quarters combat would be slightly more damage than Victimize, slightly, but you have to jump in and proc the other part of close quarters combat. So you end up with a considerably more difficult playstyle that may not be worth. The Victimize is just so like smooth because you never have to get close for anything. You're gonna always get your damage, your distant damage buffs and stuff like that. Always. But I recommend starting on normal or hard. I would say normal. I'm reading rails right now, running all 3 imbuements. 7 out of 12 masterwork gear and just cleared 75. It's coming along well. Cool. T-Rex. I think I literally didn't see your messages just now. People complaining about, well, what they want isn't as bad as people knowing something they want is coming, but not in the time that they want, and will complain and be way more toxic about it. Fair. That's a fair take. But there are some things I do want to try on Rain of Arrows too. I'm not done experimenting. Trying to take advantage of the chip glyph tech or whatever on Rain of Arrows. I can do it on other builds, but Rain of Arrows is kind of difficult because it's multi-element rather than just one element. So I don't know how big the benefit really is. All right, let's see what I got for. Okay, not bad so far. I wonder if they changed the amount of forgotten souls we get from here. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. But nah, Juggernaut. Yeah. So I forgot to mention the last part about. I forgot to talk about the last part of your statement. It's not you're not really trying to buff the imbuements on like a regular victimized Renovaros. Like you don't really care about how much damage your Shadow Abuse is doing, your Poison Imbuement is doing for that setup. Nor your Cold Imbuement isn't dealing more damage no matter how many ranks you put into it. So reality is that you're just taking it just to give you a generic buff that doesn't require you to do all these jump, through several different hoops for a damage buff. It's just play the game, you get buffed. These are great. Oh yeah, I know about that. I'm just saying like they also mentioned that other places got, some buffs too for Forgotten Souls, but they didn't really mention exactly what those places were. Legions would be best, sure, but I just want to know what other activities are, also got a slight buff. It looks like it's still 15. Can I explain a new patch? I don't know what's the difference between last one and this one. Well, did you not read the patch notes at all? Like none. Usually the patch notes always explains what the difference between patches. Not trying to sound like that guy, but it's like, would you rather for me to tell you all the things that are in the patch notes? I mean, there's buffs to several different classes, changes to some of the the Aragic powers, some slight changes, some bug fixes. They up the cap, or not up the cap. Sorry, they gave us a place to farm Forgotten Souls, which is now the Legions, which is that's a pretty big deal. Mirror Gem is now cap 2 for attack speed, which is a major deal for Azarath builds for Rogue. Speaking of which, I need to move this. Oh, you couldn't find the patch notes? Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody in chat have a link to the patch notes? Yeah, man, no good, no problem. Yeah, look at my attack speed. Ever since that whatchamacallit is in cap 2 now. My random rails attack speeds are nuts. That's without the no, okay. I do have that elixir. I was like you ready to say. Let me see if I can find it. If I can't. I'll just give you the maxroll version. Or If he already did that, that works too. Does this farm still work? Yeah, apparently. Why am I streaming under Elder Scrolls? Am I? On YouTube? Or Twitch? Crafty. I don't think I have a game listed. Why did it default to Elden Scrolls? Really? That's funny. That probably explains a lot. Alright. I will fix. J Mac was up. I wonder why this. I've never streamed in Elder Scrolls ever, so I don't know why it defaulted to that. All right, let me see if I can do a quick fix on that. I'm not sure if it'll let me do it while I'm streaming though. Yeah, I guess it's gaming, but I don't get to choose the title, at least from the multi-screen section thing. I'm gonna have to actually go and edit. But why would it default to Elder Scrolls? I am so confused about that. It just says gaming and that's it. Playlists. Allow. Yeah, I don't see where I can change that. Game title, I guess. Okay, you see Diablo 4. See that helps. All right. Let me know, Crafty, if that did anything. Yeah, I'm on D4 now. Okay. I wonder how long that's been the case. Because I literally have not touched it in a recent. You have to set your set or set it every time you stream. Okay, that's okay. I guess, yeah. All right. Yeah. You need to save one. Or is this method? Is it? Nah, it's just resetting, cleverly resetting the instance. Yeah, it's not like it's not an exploit. If it was, they would have patched it out already. And of course, I wouldn't be doing it myself. Decoy, what's up, man? Play some ARAM and Tony Hawks. Yo, I've been trying to like peel myself from playing some heroes. Like, I'll get mad, typically from playing ladder or whatever like that. But then I can't just like peel myself from it. And then every now and then I'll get like lever status because either I disconnect or whatever in the match thing, and then I'm just like, damn it. But then I have fun playing ARAM. I'm like, I don't know. Game's fun. It's fun. It's frustratingly fun. That's probably the best way I could put it. He has a big buff coming. Oh, there's new patch notes? Like brand new patch notes? Can you link them? I definitely want to see it. I play Lily a lot. I don't care what people say. I like playing her. I remember there was a few times where I took Water Dragon because my team had no peels. Like we had no peels at all, like no bruiser or anything. So I figured, okay, since they had a really dive heavy comp or whatever, that I'd protect my back line with Water Dragon. And like the moment I took the Water Dragon, people got so upset. It's like, why'd you take Water Dragon? Water Dragon so little uses it. I'm like, yo, we have no peels. I'm not taking it for damage. I'm I'm taking it so the backline can live. That's what I'm trying to do. Since none of y'all wanted to pick up a bruiser, you kind of forced my hand to take Water Dragon. And we won that game because literally I was able to stop their divers, and the other team wasn't smart enough to, split. They just kind of all came at once every time. So I'm like, okay, all right, Water Dragon and. That's July 1st. How did I not see that? Oh yeah, because Diablo 4 season was July. That's why. Anybody else? Anybody want to play? We're just farming out the site, basically. Lethal Gamer. Okay, cool. What's your gaming tag? I guess Marina will add you. It might be easier for Marina to add your gamer tag, since he does all the invites. There it is. He'll get you in. Anybody else? Die back playing MOBA. I mean, it is a MOBA, but like, I'd hardly really call it that, even though it is technically it is. It's just a team fight game, man. Like, it's definitely not like a traditional MOBA, but it's fun. And when you think about it in that sense, where it's not like your traditional MOBA, it's actually a fun game. But when you're trying to compare to League of Legends or Dota, you become a little disappointed if that's the type of play you want, right? They Blizzard called it a hero brawler. Yeah, it's not. I mean, you like I said, you could categorize it as a MOBA, but like I don't, you know, it it's, if you categorize it as a MOBA, it's not a good MOBA. I'll put it that way. Am I streaming Heroes of the Storm soon? Maybe on my off time, like when I'm kind of done with this season, which should be, you know, maybe about a week. I might play multiple games during the stream. So we'll see. Can I explain how Balazan Quill Spiritborn build works? I guess take damage first or just blast with Quill and the pants do the work. Honestly, I do not know. I have not played the build at all myself, so I actually have no idea. But if you're following the Maxroll guide, there is a rotations section that tells you everything that you need to know in terms of how to play the build. Decoy. Yeah, I haven't been able to like bring myself to make rogue videos anymore. Honestly, on like YouTube, I just don't have the motivation, honestly, or have not had the motivation to. Mihail, what's going on? How's it going? Any significant buffs? The Marid gem being cap 2 is amazing for a few rogue builds. Need one more blaster. Anybody in chat want to play? It'll be time for you to download Project Tahiti. Is that the Marvel Heroes? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have it downloaded and everything. It's just a matter of like just playing it. I feel like it'd be more fun to play with, you know, people I played with in the past. I don't know if I really want to do a solo adventure. I want to like, you know, talk in nostalgia with friends. I think I'm gonna switch my helm.
I've heard of who raided my stream with 36 viewers.
Yo, what's up, sir?
We just got raided, son.
I can't find my glasses.
You know how we do.
Where my glasses
Drop
go?
my new beat for these new viewers.
Oh, really? we serious right now? I don't have my glasses. I can't do it again. I am totally out of luck, man. I can't find the glasses. Wow, this is bad.
Ow.
This is so bad. I'm sorry. I can't find. So this is what happens when your spouse cleans your desk and you can't find anything. I mean, it looks good, but I don't even know where she put the glasses at, and I should have thought about that before. In fact, I'm gonna go find her now. Like where the hell she put the glasses at? Like that's like half my stream, man. I'm very bad. But I appreciate the raid. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know where it's at. She says she doesn't know where it's at. She did clean the desk. So, like, I'm sure it was probably moved on accident. I just don't know where they are. Okay, well, that's sad. Floor on accident. I don't know, y'all. All right, let me go in the strong room. What up, yo? Hey, Raven, what's going on, man? Yeah, it's okay. I forgive you this time. Anyhow, welcome aboard. Just forming mats. By the way, Marino, are we taking breaks to do legions or no? Like whenever they pop up? Yeah, I think we should. Since they're timed anyway, like it's not like. I really am concerned about where those glasses are. Oh, there's one that starts in like 24 seconds. I think I might hit that up. This is like right there. Came back in time to raid to a roadmaster. I'm playing Rain at the moment. There's some things I kind of still need to test through, but definitely in a better position than I thought I was going to be this season. Also, an extremely efficient speed farmer. And of course, the buff to the Marie, or the change to the attack speed gem being a cap 2 has made a pretty big difference for this too. Alright, port on me. Okay. Gonna go around like this. Look at that attack speed now, though. What's the name of the gym? I think it's... Is it Merid or something like that? It's the only attack speed gym we have. There it is. Although I can't see the actual gym name. Yeah, it doesn't tell me the gym name from here. Merid? Merid? Okay. I'm gonna get yourself to sleep. All good, man. Sorry I couldn't. I guess I could do the dance without the glasses, but it's just not the same. Better be Jay's next time. Yes, sir. Dang it, J-Mac. I don't have the shades. I don't know where they are. Yeah, I can do zoomed in though. As soon as we get to the next part. But he'll appreciate you, man. Sees yous. You're like playing zoomed in. Anybody want to play? And nothing is worth here.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
I think I might do let's put on crown. His crown technically should be more deeps. Technically. Although I'm not gonna have that movement speed. What's my crit chance look like actually? Wonder if I have to make that, like how much of that I have to make up by switching. 64%. That's without trick attacks though, so we're looking at, let's see, 64. $74. Yeah, I mean 94 at that point. Yeah, so I'm at 94% technically. Also, I am using concealment as well, so I guess I don't even care about the crit chance really. All right, Fonzie, you have a good one. Marino, looks like I have another. He's from the YouTube stream. Yeah, give me a sec. Let's see. Why is that? Okay, I'm about to redo this. This beating the app is a bit buggy. All right, Mihail, I sent your friend's request. All right, when I get in his party, then request an invite on me. All right. Oh, you can't even see the rain from here. Literally, you can't even see it. All right, Mihail, request invite. There we go. Yeah, dude's been grinding, man. 274 Paragon. Guess it's this way, right? Really? Okay, 17. Okay, I see. It's not really that big of a difference. So yeah, just leave party and then he'll invite you. That's 17 versus 22 base. Guess it really does kind of make more sense probably just to do the crown. How do I feel about the pinch shot build this season? I'm glad that like it's seeing play and the Eagle Horn looks fun. I don't like the fact that pinch shot is only a thing whenever it can proc something, because it has high lucky hit chance. Like it's only ever valuable basically in the recent, or in the, from the past like 4 or 5 seasons. Well, it hasn't really been viable at all the past like 3 seasons. But anytime that it has been some sort of proc based something. So like a pure damage pinch shot is just not a thing, or has not been a thing since like season 3, season 2, season 3 ish. So I would like for it to be like, for it to be able to stay on its own without Azarath carrying, but it is what it is. So that's how I feel about that. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, Pinch Shot Azarath is a really good build, really fun build for people to play. So I mean, you take what you can get. No. Peach, what's up? Yo, have you ever tried Will Breaker with your tech thing? By chance? Oh, stream's on mute. Got it. See what my whatchamacallits look like now. Any other legions coming soon? All right, we got 3 minutes before the next legion hits, so we can do one more of these and then hop into a legion. I'm giving D3 a try since I like D4 so much. D3 is fun. Yeah. Yeah, so what's up? It has been a minute, Press. How you been? Zay, we're still bringing the wish out of the D4. I feel like it's kind of hard to like differentiate the Witch Doctor and like the Necromancer enough. I think they did a pretty decent job in D3-ish or like that, but like D4 Necro, like how would you differentiate Witch Doctor from like Druid and Necro enough to be his own class? You know, would you just focus on primarily Voodoo? Or would you still want to have them, you know, the summons and stuff too? Yeah, there's just a lot of overlap, I guess, for that. I'm not saying that they shouldn't do a Witch Doctor. I would say like if they continue to keep putting classes in the future, I think Witch Doctor should probably be on the back end of that, when other classes that other archetypes that we don't have or are already out in the forefront, if that makes sense. So like if once they do, like, let's say a holy class, like, a paladin-ish type class like that. Because, I mean, we don't have anything like that. So, like, I would say those would probably take, a higher priority. Like, I would love to see a demon hunter, right? But realistically speaking, it's a lot like the rogue-ish. Kind of like the rogue-ish. Alright, I'm going there now. Amazon or Riot. I would enjoy Amazon class, yeah. You playing as Demon Hunter in D3? Yeah. Demon Hunter as a class design was like so cool. I would say a bit more interesting than like Rogue, in my opinion. Cool.
Thanks.
Oh, I guess this always gets +3, or always gets 3 whispers. Kind of forgot about that. I really need a transmog at some point. My character looks so bad, it's so default. Alright, at the run. Alright, Raven, you have a good one. I don't know if it is going to be worth. Oh, Gift of the Tree. I almost didn't see that. Oh, it has to get some souls. Okay. I assume each whisper also gets the. Okay, so all right, so there's souls in every whisper turn into now. That's actually quite nice. Like really nice, actually. My man got that dish rag drip. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That is the appropriate analogy, sir. Oh man. I don't know why I'm being so lazy. We got one more spot for these type of runs if anyone wants to jump in. Where's that guy earlier who was earlier in the stream who says he likes playing in groups? He may not be around anymore. What's my whatchamacallit look like now? Okay, 1200, 112k. So bad. Maybe I'll fix my transmog before I get off stream this time today. That'd be like the last thing I do. Stretch hounds. Actually, no, I'm wondering why am I running Pillar and not like Celestial? Also, I forgot to change my things. I keep forgetting like whenever I change builds, the armory doesn't change my powers. So I'm running with my barrage powers. That what I had here actually. Bakari, what's going on? Yo, you wanna play? Just farming up the site and souls. What's your bayonet tag? My character is stuck. No. No. See, I was early to party. Nope, it's one of those. I gotta leave the game. Is your server's lagging? Disrag drip. Accurate. Yeah, usually I do a good job with my transmog early. I guess I haven't cared enough this season to you know fix it. Zero Kiwi, what's up, man? Zombie Eater, what's up, man? Yeah, who dropped those? The Pain Gorgers. All these seasons you never play Rogue. Rogue is basically the only class I really like play. If I am interested in the season after I finish doing all Rogue stuff, then I will play a different class. But in the recent, I haven't been interested enough to get to that point. Rogue feels the most fun to play, and you play them all. I actually want to try Earth Spike Druid. That looks like fun. Thank you. Mac Hayes. What up, sir? See what's out there. Legions was. We got one in 5 minutes. So yeah, after the swim, I'm gonna run to the next Legion. Yeah, Mac, you want to play? We're just doing efficient Opticite farming. Also Forgotten Souls farming. Did I get the glove? I did. I picked it up. Slimming down burrito. Thanks, man. Phoenix, what's up? Do you have any predictions about season 10 for Rogue? No. None. There's no notes or anything. There's nothing to predict until we get some PTR patch notes. But hopefully we get some core skill buffs. Hopefully core skills comes next season for all classes. That'd be very nice if that was the case. Also, just like rogue base damage in general just needs a buff all the way around. You add Breeze as a new unique. They have to get rid of the name, the legendary name for it though, so you don't like, clash or override. I don't even know why Breeze wasn't a unique to begin with. Like that's like the obvious play. Considering that we have three unique bows, like Breeze is the obvious unique crossbow. It already kind of like, I don't say it sells itself, but I mean you could pretty much have an idea of what that would be like, what it would do. Oh oh, sorry, I didn't mean to leave party. Yo, that goblin gave me almost 2k up the site. I thought it was like a regular goblin. I didn't think I was gonna get anything from that.